Yesterday we saw US market correcting that too towards the end of the near the end of the session in the last 1 hour. Main reasons could be like more of a profit booking, or there were some indications on the bond side that there could be some recession coming over a period of next 1.5 year. The bond yield inverted in the sense like 2 year and 10 year bond yield bonds yield has shown an inversion sign, wherein 2 year bond yield rates moved higher than the 10 year bond yield rate, which indicates in the history that the chances of recession in the US has increased, and people have taken that as a cautious measure and saw some profit booking in yesterday market. Also, today there will be an employment data which will be watched carefully, uh, in line with the expectations of the Fed interest rate hike cycle. Last month, the employment addition was around 6.78 lakhs, whereas this time it is expected at around 4.9%. If suppose the employment data comes strong, then anyhow the expectation is that the Fed will increase interest rate to at a higher rate, maybe around 0.5%. But the crucial thing is, like, if we see some weakness in the employment data, then the market may take it with negative. Apart from that, the futures of the US markets are more of marginally positive, and Asian markets are seeing some decline in line with the US market. In the commodity, oil has seen corrections. It is now at around $104. Yesterday it was somewhere around $108. This may have impact on the various companies related to that on both positive and negative side. Apart from that, for the oil company, there are two things which is there. The oil is declining, whereas the government has increased the gas prices from $2.79 to $6.1, which is almost more than double, and this will continue for next 6 months. So that will have a positive impact on the performance of the company. But on the other hand, the oil prices are declining, so that can have some negative impact. So the impacted company will be ONGC, Oil India, and HOEC. For HOEC, there is another some negative news, there were B80 field which was supposed to start before March, but management has indicated that there are some teething trouble in starting. Considering the offshore field, these problems generally come up. But here the offshore, they have a window up to May, and so still they have 2 month time to start their well. So we will be getting update on the same in today's con call. But for timing, some sentimental negative impact is there as the field is getting delayed full start. I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Sir, good morning, all of you. See, last two trading session, Nifty facing a resistance and upper range, and Nifty also failed the close above 17,004. Morning in progress. Nifty face immediate resistance in an upside 17,470, 17,500. So we expect some profit booking in this place, and we see the next intraday important resistance for Nifty, important support for Nifty 17,340 and 17,270 at downside. So any retracement, we get the opportunity to buy on dip strategy. You can mention buy on dip strategy because we expect some profit booking at this level. If Nifty close above 17,500 weekly closing, then we expect further momentum towards 17,620, 17,700 in upside. So we can see the some positive momentum about this range only, but we expect today open a slightly negative or flattish note. We see some profit booking at current level, but downside 17200 is a major support for index. Bank Nifty also face immediate resistance around 36,700, 36,800 in upside, that is long term moving average. Immediate support place around 36,000. Below 36, next important support place around 35,700 at downside. So we can see Bank Nifty trading in sideways zone. Bank Nifty also face the resistance in upside above 36,800. Then we expect further momentum towards 37,200, 37,400 in upside. Nifty Finance also face the immediate resistance around 16,900. And then if close above, then we expect further momentum. Otherwise, we see some profit booking and downside immediate support place around 16,800, 16,720 at downside. In stock specific, FMCG stock looks positive. Yesterday we see the positive momentum in FMCG. The HUL looks positive. HUL break the downward trend line. To we expect positive momentum in Hindi New Year. Upside first target around 2120, 2140, and support place around 2020 at downside. Second, Infosys also looks positive at current level. We expect positive momentum and upside 1970, 1980. Support place around 1870 at downside. Tata Consumer also looks positive. Yesterday we see the positive momentum. Last two trading session we see the positive momentum in Tata Consumer with volume breakout. So we expect positive momentum in Tata's Consumer towards 790, 792 and upside. Support place around 760, 60 to 60 at downside. That's it for technical. Derivative guy can carry.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. Good morning, everyone. So, as per derivative data, once let us check for the next weekly expiry. We are seeing for first week expiry of April, there is almost around 17,500 to 17,800 strike. Heavy call rider positions are getting added up near that strike. While on the downside, at near all the strikes, we are seeing the put rider positions are getting added up. So, as I'm mentioning from last 2 to 3 days, that once Nifty manages to get close about 17,500 level, then we might witness the call writer position to get shifted upwards above 17,800 level. Another one positive thing we have witnessed in yesterday's session is that the overall monthly support, which was where the highest put at positions of Nifty was at 17,000, got shifted at 17,500 level. So this is a positive scenario. While on the downside, the next support which is building is 17,200 level, and below that 17,000 will act as an important supporter. So currently, once Nifty manages to get stable over 17,500 level, the overall portion which got added up in yesterday's trading session was around 2 million units will get shifted towards 70,700 to 800 level of call writer positions. The another positive scenario we witnessed in yesterday's session is FI. After a long time, we have seen that FIs have done big buying in yesterday's trading session, while index future was also around 1100 crore positive in yesterday's trading session. So currently, if we look at the overall derivative structure like PCLY, FI, India VIX, so all the data points are showing positive strength. While currently, as per the sector specific and stock specific, we expect 2 to 3 sector looks positive. First one is the banking sector, and second one is IT sector. These two sector looks positive. The selective stocks from these two sectors are LTI, Dalmia Bharat, AU Bank, Axis Bank, Bandhan Bank. These 4 to 5 counters looks positive in next 1 to 2 trading session. Thank you.
Good morning. There is some negative news regarding Hero MotoCorp. So we heard that a couple of days back, media was speculating that there is some irregularity and tax department has found something fishy at the company. But yesterday evening, the income tax department declared in a press release that they have found evidence that a Delhi-based auto group, they have not named the company. The auto group has siphoned off more than 800 crores in the guise of services from an event management company. It was also found that 10 acres of farmland at Delhi was purchased through few paper companies, and unaccounted cash of 60 crores was involved here. The ultimate beneficiary of the land deal was prominent person of the automobile company. And also other instances of wrongdoings were found, including booking of bogus expenses, non-recognition of income totaling to over 50 crores, rotation of funds, suspicious loans through a dubious NBFC floated by a key person of the company, and as well as money laundering through paper companies. As per media reports, this company involved is Hero MotoCorp. So expect gap down opening over here. Sansera Engineering, an automobile ancillary company, is in advanced stage to get its first order from BMW worth around 300 to 400 crores for supply of aluminium forging components. A formal announcement of the order is expected in next 3 to 4 days. This was by a source in ET. So it is positive for Sansera Engineering. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Lupin has announced that it has received 13 observations from US FDA for its New Jersey facility, that is Somerset. Though the facility contributes less than 5% of companies' global sales, we believe this is marginal negative. Recently, they have got approval for their Goa facility, but other facility like Pritampura, and other facilities are all under US FDA radar. So this would delay the further approvals from this facility. So we believe this is marginal negative from the for today's trade. Marginal because we don't know yet the nature of the observation, though management sounded confident in the press release that they would be able to compensate and would be able to clear these observations. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Gokuldas Exports expects a two-week delay in raw material import due to lockdown in China, possibly impacting the production partially in short term. Although the disruption is temporary, but the extent of the impact is not known currently. This is near-term negative.
Good morning. So today auto companies are going to release its numbers. So for the PV industry, the industry is expected to be slightly lower than last year, mainly due to supply constraints. And the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war may further impact demand. It may marginally grow on a month-on-month basis. For Maruti Suzuki, the company expects a marginal growth of around 2% on a month-on-month basis, but on a YOY basis, it might marginally decrease. For the two-wheeler industry, demand is slightly muted. It has been affected due to a slower pace with only a gradual pickup expected. And while OEMs with a higher export exposure to be relatively better placed to navigate the slowdown in the domestic industry, Hero MotoCorp will see a marginal growth on a month-on-month basis, but will see a negative growth on a YOY basis. Bajaj Auto is likely to report negative growth due to but might be I'm sorry. Bajaj Auto might post negative numbers due to lower demand. Then on the tractor industry is supposed to be negative due to a higher base. Ashok Leyland is expected to the CV industry is expected to post good numbers led by higher fleet utilization level. Ashok Leyland is expected to grow around 18% on a month-on-month basis. Thank you.
So that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.